Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Take and welcome to PhD Studios. Today we'll be talking about this bag right here, the Billingham Overnighter. Check this baby out. I am so excited to be reviewing this bag, and of course this is just, I say unboxing, this came in a bag, so I just took it out just to make sure everything was legit, and everything is, but I left all the tags on it. So let's just do a quick overview of this bag. Now the first thing is the name Overnighter. When you think Overnighter, you think luggage, and this bag is definitely more than luggage. Just one second. So I bought this bag in Tokyo probably in 2009. So what are we talking, 14 years ago, 13 years ago I bought this bag, and it was kind of my everyday bag, not just like for cameras. I mean, I would put cameras in here, but this is definitely not a camera bag. This is basically like a duffel, but like a mini duffel. And I love this bag, and I took it to Hong Kong with me as well. In countries like in Asia and in Europe, you know, we have cars here in North America. We just shove everything in the car and then we go out for the day. But when you're in places where you're taking mostly metro, you know, you leave for the day, you have to take your umbrella, you have to take a spare jacket, you have to bring your scarf, and a little bit of room for shopping if you're gonna do that. And you have your camera gear and your DOP kit. And so bags like this came in really handy. Now I've put jackets in here so that it fills out a little bit, but you can sort of see either I would carry it cross-body like this and kind of put it behind me when I was out, or kind of off my shoulder here so I can quickly access things. I always love this bag because of the nice handles on here, and I love this this cotton material, not waxed, but this bag has lasted me a long time, and there are times where you need a bag like this. And so when I saw this Overnighter bag, I thought, wow, this is just very similar size and very similar carry. I would kind of carry it over my shoulder here. If I need access to it, I can grab it here, or again, cross body like this and kind of have it behind me here if I wanted it kind of on my back like this, if I was out and about, wherever I am, and if I needed more space in a backpack and quicker access in a backpack, because as much as I love backpacks, here is my Wotancraft business backpack, I guess it's called. Not great for quick access, right? Because it's on your back. And so having something like this on your side, that's kind of why, in general, I like slings when I'm out and about, unless I'm carrying heavier loads. For heavier loads, this is not as convenient, but access is the key to this bag. And so, again, the name, the Overnighter. When you think Overnighter, you think travel, you think vacation, you think jet setting. And so to me, this is more like a daily duffel, like a mini duffel. And so if you type in duffel, if you are a duffel user, then you know you would probably look at a bag like this and think, hey, this might fit into my ecosystem, except it looks very British. But this is also very rugged, and that's what I like about Billingham bags. And so on Instagram, just for fun, when I got this a few days ago, I kind of put, I want a nickname for this bag. I don't want this to be called an Overnighter, and then people think this is just luggage. So I gave 3 names. I said, first one was bowling bag. Doesn't it kind of remind you of a bowling bag? And then my second one was English duffel, which is actually was kind of my favorite. Camera girl picked that one as well. English duffel, and the final one I think was British sport bag, I think, or British gym bag. And what this reminds me of quite a bit is back in the 70s and 80s, ADIDAS had a leather sport bag, which was probably pleather, and all the cool kids had it. And I always wanted one, but I never ended up getting one. You remember, I'll put an insert here. If you go on eBay, you can find them. But that's kind of how I would use this. You know, if I was still in school and I had to bring like a pair of sneakers for the gym, and I had, you know, school, I had my binders and stuff, and maybe a spare jacket, lunch, an umbrella. That's the kind of thing I would fit in a bag like this. So, I mean, bowling bag, I would call it that, but I think English duffel or duffel, and brands like Filson, as well as Nutsack, I know the name. Even Oldworth has their own small weekender, which is still gonna be bigger than this, but that's the kind of way you would use this. Now this duffel is special because I love the handles. Just like a really good tote, it's all about the handle. This bag here is all about this top panel here. A lot of duffels have that little thing where they clamp the two, and they're usually kind of flippy, floppy handles. These are nice. It's almost like they have rope in here, but it's rigid and it's strong, and this is kind of how I would hold it most of the time because it's just has a nice strong feeling to it. But they do have a nice canvas, thick woven strap here with a decently thick padded shoulder pad here. So if you are carrying heavy loads over on your side, you can do that. And so let's get my knife here and take off this tag first of all. And so like all Billingham bags, as it says, like all Billingham bags, so first things first, boom, made in England. And so here is the official name here, the Overnighter. Now this is in the Sage fiber night material. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And here you go, made in England. And this is kind of, I guess, more of a marketing thing here, but really nice. Right here explains the bag itself, why Billingham, and about Billingham, and they have a 5-year warranty. So if you buy this, obviously you'll read through all of this. Alright, so let's do a close-up of the bag. Now look at this fiber night material. So it does look like wax canvas, but it is not. It does have a canvasy kind of a feel to it, but it is synthetic, and it's more durable. It'll look new for longer, and it is with the chocolate leather. And you do get a luggage tag with this bag. So you get the luggage tag and you get the strap here, which is removable. And again, it uses that same chocolate leather, so you can really see the quality of this bag. And the leather doesn't run all the way down here like you would see on some of the Filson bags, but you can see there is an extra bit of material that kind of goes all on the bottom and even on the back side, all along here, just to add quite a bit of strength to this bag. But let's just unzip this. It's a double brass zippers here, and you can see how far down this goes. And so if we open this up all the way, you can see how much this bag opens up. See how far open you can open this? So if you fill this up, easy access to everything. Now again, let's do a close-up here. So this is the outer material, the fiber night, and then this is the inner material here. You can see it's a little bit finer threading, and then in between, what you don't see is the butyl rubber layer, which makes this 100% waterproof. Sometimes Billingham will even like create a little pocket or like a little cup using fiber night, and they just put water in there. Water cannot get through here. The weakest point, entry point, will actually be the zippers over here, but from the sides and the bottom, water will not penetrate this bag itself. Beautiful leather trim along the bottom edge here to kind of even strengthen. I guess these are the kind of like the weak points of a bag like this, and so having this nice bit of leather along here is great. And then on the inside here, a couple of things. You do have a little key D-ring here, so you can attach your keys to this, and then you do have this large pocket on the other side here. So let's just quickly here, you do also get this dust bag right here, made in England. So if you do want to store this for long-term storage, you do have the dust bag. Well, let's go on the inside here. So right here, you get this big netting on the inside here, beautiful leather trim on the edge here, and decent size, and then you just have your Billingham label on the inside right here. And so, as you can see, this is pretty flippy floppy. There is no padding in here. So for those of you who are thinking, well, maybe I'll convert this into a camera bag, you might be able to do it, but not on its own. You'd have to put your own kind of an insert. So let's start putting some stuff in here. So right here I have a coupe, their backpack here, and this is the camera cube insert. So this obviously, if you wanted to fit it along the bottom here, either you put it vertically or you can put it down flat. So here you can see it's down flat. So you can use this as a camera bag with a camera insert, but it's not really designed to do so. Now in terms of dimension, you could tell this was designed in the metric system. It's 400 millimeters across. It is 300 millimeters across this way here, so it's pretty deep. And in terms of height, it's 250 millimeters. And so if you want to convert to inches, it's very close to about 16 inches in length, about 12 inches in depth, and about 10 inches in height. So it's almost a foot wide across this way. So I think that's kind of the reasons why they didn't put a rigid bottom in this bag, is because, you know, then you'll be forced to always have this, like with the kind of flippy floppy, it can kind of bend in a little bit, and as this kind of gets worked in, it will kind of soften up a little bit. So this does have quite a bit of depth here, and so camera cube inside here. Here's a Chrome Industries kind of a camera cube. You can put, you know, your camera stuff in here, and if you wanted to leave it in here vertically like this, right? Now you have this around your side here, and if you want to access your camera gear, you can using the camera cube. But personally, I definitely would use this as a day bag and then have camera equipment in here. I haven't decided yet exactly how I would do it, but I think what a lot of you might want to do is, if you already are in the Billingham system, let's say you have a Hadley or you have an Inventor, and maybe you're going to a gig, so you have your main camera gear in your camera bag, and then you need a secondary bag anyways, like a backpack or something. This would be great to be on set, because if you have gear, you need to access it, you put this on the ground or table, and then you can open up like this, and you have all this room in here. So the first thing I thought I would give it a try is being able to put my Peak Design tripod. And as you can see, Peak Design tripod easily fits inside this bag here. And then if I had to bring some lighting equipment, here's my Aperture MC 4-pack. Easily fits inside here. And here's the Aperture MC 4-pack kit here with all the cables and the diffusers. That fits inside here. And finally, here's my Hobo Light mini kit here. So that will fit inside here. So let's just close this all up like this. It's hard to see maybe, but it's all in here. And now I close her up. It's all inside. Now you can see it's starting to dimensionalize, you know, because I'm putting more stuff in here. And this is what it looks like. Here, this is me carrying it on my side like this. Or if I want to put it kind of behind me like this is probably how I usually would carry a bag like this. It's kind of a little bit off to my back. You know, I'm 5'5", and so this is what this bag looks like. It's a decent size here. Or if you want to go crossbody like this and have this off your back like this, then this is what it looks like. And it feels reasonably comfortable on my side like this. So you can hold quite a bit of gear if you decide that you want to carry camera gear. Fits quite a bit in here. Works out to be 23 liters that you can fit in this bag. And now that it's empty again, it's very flippy floppy. So if you're not carrying a lot of things and you just want this kind of something that's, that, you know, you have it out at the beginning of the day, not much in here except maybe like an umbrella and a spare jacket and a DOP kit. So it's really light, flippy floppy. You have it on your side like this. Again, beautiful handles like this. And it looks like this. Now the next way you can use this, now this is just for sizing, is with sneakers. These are kind of like standard, you guys always see in my corner there's kind of a standard shoebox size. I actually did play around with this. So clearly, because it's 12 inches by 16 inches, most sneaker boxes will fit like this, right? But I decided, well, what if I try to put two sneaker boxes, so vertically, two side by side? Well, check this out. Two sneaker boxes. Look at that. Close this up here like this. Zip the back right to the front. Look at that. Two sneaker boxes in here. So I mean, I don't see people running around with two sneaker boxes, but imagine you are going out and you know that you're going to be doing some shopping, some sneaker shopping. So again, if you want a bag that has room to add more things, two sneaker boxes, but as well, if you wanted to use this like a gym bag, you definitely can. So let's just pull these out here. You can see here's my limited edition ADIDAS Superstars. You can see it has the little brass ends on the shoelaces, and it has cork on the inside. Easy fits in here, tons of room. And if you had a pair of sneakers, a gym towel, extra set of clothing, a light jacket, an umbrella, a DOP kit, and a camera, you easy fit it inside a bag like this. And you can see here as well, look at how these are attached, all brass hardware. And if you needed to just pull this off, you can basically pull this. So here it is right like this. You pull this like this, and then you just comes off like this, right? And there you go. And now you just have that, and do the same on the other side here. Basically pull this like that, and you can just throw you could throw this on the inside like this, and now you basically have this bowling bag or English duffel, and you can carry it around like this, like that. What do you guys think? Now this isn't big enough to put around. This is not a tote, right? So maybe if you have really small arms, you could do this and hold it underneath your arms, but it really is meant for like this. So if you do have a car and you are transporting some stuff and you want to use a duffel size bag and not those cheap $40, you know, just nylon duffels that are gonna fall apart on you in a few years. And I have tons of those, right? You buy these duffels for travel or for the gym, you use it for 2-3 years, and then you just end up tossing it. Or you can get something that's really well made. It looks elegant, but also it's super rugged, which is kind of like the dichotomy of Billingham. It doesn't look like it's that rugged, but with this Fibronite material, high-end construction, high-end hardware and accessories, this bag will last you decades. And so if you need something like this, maybe you go fishing. I know Billingham originally started making fishing bags, and you have some tackle and some gear, or you go camping, or you know, whatever. You're into RC racing or droning, and you need somewhere to put gear in. You just kind of drop it in, and then you just take it with you. I think a bag like this is just perfect. And so again, as I mentioned, I bought this bag like 13, 14 years ago, and I used it when I traveled every day when I went out with Camera Girl, put a scarf, an umbrella, put my DOP kit, put my cameras in here, walk around, and then as I did shopping, I knew I could throw stuff in here. And in an emergency, I can add more things in here versus maybe like a smaller sling or backpack. It's not as expandable. So I love this bag. I'm not gonna get rid of it, but now that I have this right here, I'm going to be testing this in town, and so this is just my first look at this bag here. Definitely you can use it as an overnighter. You can carry this on as a carry-on, and with carry-ons I realized that the last 2 times that I traveled overseas, instead of having a backpack, it's nice to have a duffel or a weekender like this, because I found that with the other duffel that I have, it's the Weekender by Oberwerth. It was nice to, especially when you went through security and they wanted to check you, it's nice to just zip it open and everything's in front of you, and you're not searching for like, oh, where did I put this? Is it in this pocket? You know, like some of my backpacks have like 20 different secret compartments and little nooks and crannies. You lose stuff all the time. Having a duffel like this, it's much harder to lose. So I think the next time I do travel, I'm going to definitely be taking another duffel with me. And this is, you know, smaller than what would traditionally be called the Weekender, but built just as nice, and it has that Billingham look to it. And I actually do agree with Billingham not insulating this bag, like putting thick padding, because that takes up space, and this is not a camera bag, as well as not putting a hard shell bottom. If you want to, I think you can measure this out and cut a piece of acrylic if you want to, and then line it and put it in the bottom if you want this to have a more rigid bottom. But you know, this definitely does remind me, as I said, of that 1970s ADIDAS sport bag. And I think ADIDAS and Gucci just recently did a collaboration. It's like a $4,000 leather bag. Now this bag here is $400 US approximately, and that seems expensive, but if you know bags, you know quality, you know that this is a well-made bag, super rugged, looks elegant, but also you can get, you know, the more discreet version. You get the black on black, you get the black with the chocolate leather. There's 2 canvas, I think there's 7 versions of this in 2 different materials. So you can get the traditional wax canvas in khaki and I think in navy, and then you can either get the chocolate, the tan, or the black leather accent. But I thought this would be kind of, it kind of matches my style, right? And so super excited to give this a try. Wait for my what's in my bag. So when I'm actually out and about with Camera Girl, I'll show you exactly how I packed this. But so far, super excited to give this bag a test out in the field. Let me know down below what you think, as well as the naming. You know, should I call this the bowling bag, the Billingham bowling bag? Should I call it the English duffel? Or should I call it the British sport bag or the British gym bag? What do you guys think? That's it. Thanks for watching and happy shooting. Peace.